Welcome back to the village of Banpo. Several generations have passed, and the village that your people founded along the banks of the Wei River has prospered. There is a renewed sense of excitement in the town today. Word has just arrived of a nutritious new food source, millet. As a highly respected village elder, you are needed to plan the establishment of farms where millet can be grown to supplement the diet. Hemp farms can also be built. The fibers from the hemp plant have many uses, not the least of which is for durable garments.
G'day mates, welcome back to Emperor. We're going into level 2 here of the tutorial mission, and we require just a little bit more leveled up housing. So let's dive on in and have a quick look at what we are being presented with. I think I understand all of that. If you don't understand it, well, maybe pause really quickly. That there does cover off what I was talking about before. So meat slice soup or steamed meat buns. So we can actually do different levels. Have a quick pause and read that if you would like, but I did explain that last episode. Now the important thing here, much more different to how Cleopatra was, in that when we go back to the same city, it actually does remember the entire city, not just the monuments. So we can actually get a pretty good little setup here. Now what I'm going to do is actually remove those trees from looking. Now gardens in this game I think are pretty ugly, all things considered. They're very messy looking, not clean and crisp like previous games, but that will hopefully level up our people. Later on I will be able to make my block a little bit better. I shouldn't have put this quite so close to over here, but again at this point it doesn't really matter. Now we want to do a little bit of farming. We want to do farming on this kind of deep dark green stuff. Up here the water table is not quite as good, and so farming is nowhere near as good sort of on these rocky sandy areas. So what we'll do is how are we going to do this? We're going to set up our little farm back here, probably a little bit too close to the people here, but again it's just a small training map, it doesn't really matter. Now the way they work, you throw down a farmhouse, that should do, and then you throw down, connect it to a road, and you pick the actual things you would be like to actually grow around it. Now, did I pick millet? I did pick millet. Yeah, it won't work because they need to speed up the time a little bit. There you go. It needs to recognise that there is actually labour access. So now that it knows there's a farm there, I can go as far as 3 away, but I tend to only go 2 away, just because there isn't enough time for people to farm everything. I'll probably go a little bit up the back there as well. Just there. It doesn't need the full 3, and one farmhouse is not able to fully farm all those fields anyway. So, whatever. I'll just throw a little bit extra on it. It doesn't actually hurt it too much here because I've cut off on that side. So that should be able to farm up some millet. Now the millet will go down here. We need to accept millet, or get, as the case may be, and just change this round so we can then combine the two, and we can start making plain food instead of bland food. Now while I'm here, I'm going to throw down a warehouse. One there, one there. You're going to have nothing but hemp, and this one here is going to accept millet up to half and game meat up to half, and that'll allow us to store a little bit extra. You don't want to, when you're getting 3 and 4 food types, as later missions will require, that only lets you store a very small amount of food in each area. So having a little bit of off-site storage will allow us to keep the food bulk going. Now we're also going to require hemp. Let's throw down a little sneaky hemp farm over here. Now hemp farms are a different building. Farmhouse will be able to grow all food crops, and the hemp farm will grow something a little bit different. So we'll be growing hemp, which is apparently a very good fibre for, for clothing and building all sorts of different things on it. While I'm here as well, I'll throw a quick roadblock there. Nobody needs to come out here. These things won't burn down. They don't require, inspectors to patrol them. So we are all covered there. Okay, well, right, we'll have a look at the little hemp farmer running around and growing all the stuff. They are not quite enough employees, so they're not growing as much as possible. Often you'll have, I think, 2 farmers come out, perhaps. Or at the very least, I do know that if I were to throw another hemp farmer right here, they would be able to sort of work on each other's fields. Oh no, I guess we don't have 2 of them. But yeah, they'd be able to work on each other's fields, and you can actually have just continuous fields going with the occasional hemp farm placed around it, and that'll allow you to get all that covered. So we're going to wait until these crops come in, and then we can start evolving our housing. And here comes in one of the first load, the second load of hemp. The first one's already been dropped off, the second one is being dropped off there. Now what I can do, by going into religion, you can either click the word up, the religion tab, you can either click that word up there, or you can press 8 twice to bring you to the religion tab and then into it. We'll bring up this menu. Now we can actually give away some of our hemp. I think we're probably better off giving away a little bit of game meat. Oh, actually no, let's give away the hemp. Hemp grows quite a lot, it's very easy, and it is a pretty good early on gift. So we'll make an offering to Noir. She's still feeling neglected, so it hasn't actually pumped her up to the next level, but it has offset some of the falling happiness that she had with us. And you can only give 1 per month. Now that is a bit of a problem if you realise you've just forgotten completely, and there are like 5 gods that you need to, or three gods whatever you need to give gifts to. You need to give very large gifts and in sequential months without forgetting. And here we go, the millet is now pouring in here. So this guy over here, if I change it up, they'll only buy plain food from now on. So if there's only one food type, they will not buy it, which means the people won't eat unless we have the right food type. So nope, that's the diviner. Where's the market lady? I'm not sure. Either way, the market lady will come out shortly, buy the food, and that will allow our people to level up further. I'm actually going to clear that one off because you are not particularly happy where you are. And now that'll allow our people to level up. I'm also going to require another shop. So we've got the food shop that already placed down. This time we can throw down the hemp shop. I can put it wherever I want. It'll just doesn't send out another walker. It's all just part of this market cart man over there. So we'll throw that down, and more workers. Alrighty. Houses will level up shortly. And then that'll allow him to, once they get, there you go, they've got the hemp, and now that market man, wherever he is, there he is, going the wrong way as normal. In that case, you're probably better off just throwing a roadblock there. Yep, I think the roadblock is the way to go. I probably should have put that down earlier. Again, later on there are easier ways to get around this as I get more and more tools and the tutorials progress towards the full game. And here we go, people are leveling up these attractive cottages. Really quite beautiful houses in this game. I think they've put quite a lot of extra effort in. Feels like we're getting a much improved version of the game. And it was much later. I think it was released in 2002 as opposed to Emperor, which was from 1999. So a couple of years in between. Let them really work on their engine and get things going.
Congratulations! Under your wise tutelage, the people of your village have mastered the new art of farming. Thanks to you, they now reside in much sturdier, more attractive cottages.
There you go, very sturdy, attractive cottages that we have now built up. I'm going to continue proceeding through these fairly quickly, these early ones, just to smash through them. I'm not going to sit back and build them very slowly. I'm just going to let people know what my thinking is behind everything, and then we'll march on to the more challenging missions later on. So smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy this content, and we're moving on towards bigger and better things next episode. As always guys, take care, and I'll see you around.